All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing from Bristol. Derek Schilling and Jerry Bergeron on the front row. Gil Gwonk and Gerald Poole, who has U-Boat cheering for him on the second row. Kenny Passmore, Warren Moore on the third. Andrew Forrester and Kevin Hayes on the fourth. Paul Buchanan and Kevin Bruner round out your top 10. John Saunders starting in 11th with Mike Zakar in 12th. John Shermott's in 13th. Steven Zakar in 14th. Daryl Whitford in 15th. Kenneth Bartholomew in 16th. Thomas Byram in 17th. And Jim Wardlow rounding out the 18-car field here tonight. Larry Patrick cheering on Derek Schilling. Brenny Livingston out here cheering on Andrew Forrester tonight. Jim Wardlow will be starting from pit road as the drivers start rolling. Points leader Jerry Bergeron starting on the high side of the front row. He has a 3-point lead over Paul Buchanan coming into tonight. Paul starts back in 7th place. And if you've been watching in recent weeks, you know that that all these food cars have been making me hungry. I actually remembered to eat before this broadcast tonight, so they can't torture me anymore. Drivers will need to make at least one fuel stop somewhere around or past the halfway point. As always, cautions could have a big effect on strategy here. Pace car is in. It's time to go racing. Green flag is in the air, Bristol. Into turn one, everybody side by side. Andrew Forrester rolling off pit road, as is Jim Wardlow. As the leaders come by to complete lap one, caution is out. Mike Zakar in trouble on lap one. Looking at Mike Zakar here. A lot of squirrely cars off turn two. Oh! Mike Zakar just gets a tap from behind. We saw the car below getting squirrely. Kenneth Bartholomew is in on pit road. Jim Wardlow is out on track. Looks like he may be getting waved around. Andrew Forrester does maintain the lead lap here. Bartholomew is back out on track, and now looks like Daryl Whitford, who was the car that was having some problems there, had a bit of a bobble pushed up into Zakar. He is on pit road. Whitford on his way back out. Bartholomew appears to be on his way back out. And it looks like everybody will maintain the lead lap here. Derek Schilling, Gil Gwonk, Gerald Poole, Kenny Passmore, and Jerry Bergeron currently your top 5. Paul Buchanan, Warren Moore, Kevin Hayes, Kevin Bruner, and John Saunders round out your top 10. We know this league is known for clean racing and long green flag runs. There is a potential that this is the only caution we see tonight. So with that in mind, why don't we have a little fun here early on in this race? As they stack back up for the restart, when the green flag drops, I am going to stop talking. You guys crank up the volume on your devices. It's time to go do that wonderful crank it up again. Pace car drops in. Get ready, folks. It's time to crank it up. Green back in the air. I absolutely love that. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Jim Wardlow had a problem on the restart. Let's see what happened. There's Jim down on the bottom. Oh, just pushed up, tried to keep it pulled down out of 2. Ended up in the inside wall, but out of the racing line, managed to keep it green. Derek Schilling in the lead already into some lap traffic here. Jim Wardlow, Kenneth Bartholomew, both 1 or more laps down at the moment. And it appears Darrell Whitford may be off pace a little bit. See if we can take a quick look at some of the speeds and see if we can determine if how far off pace he is. Looks like Schilling. Caution is out. Doesn't look like we'll get to look at that just yet. Looks like John Saunders involved. Lap number 17. Oh, Saunders came down across the nose. Oh, no. Several cars caught up in that. John Shermott's caught a big piece of that one as well. Derek Schilling still in the lead. Gerald Poole now up to second. Kenny Passmore in third. Jerry Bertrand fourth. Kevin Bruner now up into fifth. The man on the move so far, though, Thomas Byram already up 7 spots into 10th, but Jim Wardlow up 7 spots into 11th at the moment. Although Jim is missing that front clip. Remember, folks, Home Motorsports, they do not have any fast repairs. Hey, good evening, Thomas. Thomas cheering on Gerald. Thanos Poole currently running in second. Thomas, hope you're feeling a little bit better, buddy. John Shermont is back on pit road. He has already been in once, likely needing significant repairs. Indeed, he does not have that front clip. And while this is a short track, aerodynamics is still hugely important. Here at Bristol, they're doing upwards of 130 miles an hour. Missing that front clip takes away a lot of downforce, makes the turn very, very difficult. Kenneth Bartholomew back there in 14th. I do believe is the first car 1 lap down at the moment. Everybody begins to stack back up for the restart. Hayes' car drops in. Derek Schilling controls the start. Green flag back in the air, and Gerald Poole launches that car into turn 1. Oh, big bobble out of Schilling. He saves it, but not before Thanos goes to the lead. Kevin Hayes on the attack at the moment. He is currently up into 4th after coming by points leader Jerry Bergeron. Kevin Bruner now up into 6th. Mike Zakar currently running in 7th. Warren Moore 8th. Gil Guanc 9th. Paul Buchanan in 10th. Kenny Passmore up 2 spots, now into 3rd, trying to reel in the top 2. But Thanos already opened up about a 0.6 of a second lead. Schilling trying to reel him in. Mike Zakar, involved in that earlier incident, has recovered quite well. He is now back up into 7th. Steve Zakar, after being involved in that last incident, is back out on track as well. Thomas Byram, the last car on the lead lap. Kenneth Bartholomew currently in the lucky dog position, back in 14th. Derek Schilling on the attack, has the run under Thanos. Schilling reclaims the lead. Kenny Passmore in 3rd, reeling in the top 2 at the moment. Kevin Hayes, Jerry Bergeron. Oh, Kevin's starting to blink a little bit. Jerry Bergeron and Kevin Brunner right there with him. Paul Buchanan and Mike Zakar battle it out. Paul clears, but gets way loose. Out of turn 2 and hits the inside wall. He's out of the racing surface. No caution. Buchanan now in the outside wall. He is in serious trouble, but he's still rolling. No caution yet. And now the caution is out. He couldn't go any further. Lap number 33, third caution of the night. There we see, coming out of turn 2, gets way loose, just gets that inside wall, tries to keep it rolling, and oh, the 8 car comes up, nowhere to go. Buchanan trying to limp it around, get it back down, but eventually just runs out of steam. Talking about Thanos here at Bristol, I think this track really owes him one. He has been running great in numerous leagues here, battling up front, looking at a win, looking at a top 5 or a podium, then to have something late in the race rob him of it. He is long overdue for a win here. But Derek Schilling has been looking just as fast, and Derek at the moment has the fastest lap of the night by quite a bit over everybody else. Everybody getting lined up into their positions. Looks like Gil Guak is the only driver in the top 5 to have been on pit road. He stopped during that second caution on lap 17, got 4 fresh tires, has made his way up into the top 5. Track position definitely is going to be a huge one tonight. But again, these drivers are expecting to stop at the halfway point or shortly thereafter to get fuel, but with 3 cautions that will extend that fuel run for quite a ways. Derek Schilling commenting from the car saying it's been a fun race so far. Him and Gerald have had quite a battle back and forth since that last restart. As we mentioned, Schilling does have the fastest lap so far as the pace car drops back in. Green flag back in the air. Schilling gets the better launch this time, but Gerald has a good run out of 2. Man, they both check out for a little bit. As Bruner and Passmore battle it out, Bruner comes by on the high side to take third. Gil Guac on those 4 fresher tires closing in. Several of the cars that have been damaged, like John Shermott's, coming back out, trying to make sure they pick up any points possible here tonight as Schilling leads. Meanwhile, Bruner in third just set his fastest lap of the night as he closes in on Gerald Poole and Derek Schilling. Kenny Passmore about a second back in fourth, and Gil Guac hanging on in fifth. Kevin Hayes battling with Warren Moore at the moment. Kevin takes sixth place from Warren. Warren back to seventh. Points leader Jerry Bergeron now back in eighth, trying to reel both of them in. Thomas, I have had that one too, buddy. Mike Zakar lurking in ninth. Darrell Whitford up to 10th now after problems in the early going. Kenneth Bartholomew currently in 11th. Thomas Byram in 12th. Jim Wardlow currently in 13th, several laps down, missing that front clip, but hoping to pick up some more spots. Steve Zakar, Andrew Forrester, and Paul Buchanan still on pit road. John Shermott's is back out on track, and it looks like John Saunders is out of the race. Gerald Poole sits in second place, 0.6 of a second out of the lead, but Kevin Bruner closing the gap. Kevin Hayes continues his attack. He is down underneath Gil Guac now. He's going to take fifth. Hayes did pit under that last caution, took 4 tires and fuel. And Derek Schilling just about a straightaway behind lap cars. He will be into lap traffic before very much longer. As we heard the drivers talk about in the pre-race, actually Derek Schilling was talking about navigating through the lap traffic once you get to it, especially if you're having to battle. But as he said, this group is extremely clean, extremely respectful, and he doesn't anticipate any major problems. Kevin Bruner still closing in on Gerald Thanos Poole. Now Kevin Hayes, Kenny Passmore, Gil Guac, and Warren Moore all stacked up together from 4th back to 7th. And points leader Jerry Bergeron in 8th. He wants 7th. He is now looking underneath Warren Moore. Couldn't complete the pass that time. And good catch, Thomas. The cars The driver said that these cars started out very neutral and well handling, but as the run goes on, and Kevin Hayes has now made his way up into second and is underneath the leader, 4 fresh Goodyears, making one heck of a difference. The driver said that the car was neutral, felt good. Once the tires started wearing, though, the car has a tendency to get really loose on exit. Kevin Bruner now into third. Gerald Poole has drifted back into fifth. And Derek Schilling has no answer to those 4 fresh Goodyears. Kevin Hayes has checked out to a 2 1/4 second lead. "66 laps in, 67 laps completed now, with 3 early cautions that did extend the fuel window." Kevin Hayes' strategy after stopping on lap 36, will he have enough to go the distance? And when do the cars behind Derek Schilling, Kevin Bruner, Gil Guac, when does everybody else come to pit road for tires and fuel? Andrew Forrester is back out on track, still has significant damage, but currently holds on to 15th, trying to make up some ground in the points. Hey, good evening, Rob. How are you? Oh, here we go. That question is answered. Derek Schilling. Oh, caution is out as Schilling heads to pit road. The points leader is involved. Derek Schilling had just hit pit road. He should be able to cycle through, come back out, and make his stop under caution. And it looks like multiple cars involved. Jerry Bergeron, Kenny Passmore, Gerald Poole, Paul Buchanan, Mike Zakar, and possibly Andrew Forrester. Let's see what happened here. Jerry Bergeron coming out of turn 2, down the back straightaway into 3. Oh! The 44 just broke right. And a big stack up. There's Paul Buchanan, goes up. He just barely clipped the apron, but that car's so torn up, it just shot up the track. And he clips the 47 as he goes back down. Some of the top contenders in this race now impacted. Darrell Whitford now has the lead. Jerry Bergeron stays out. He is going to take second. Thomas Byram has not been to pit road yet tonight. He sits in third. Hey, thanks, Rob. Byram now comes into pit road. Looks like the Jerry Bergeron is going to come in as well. Darrell Whitford did pit lap 36. And Kevin Hayes also went ahead and pitted under that caution after using those 4 fresh tires. Shot his way up into the lead. Had a big 2 1/4 second lead before the caution came out. See if we can get a look at some of the cars involved in that. It did not look like Gerald Poole got very much damage, if any at all. Same with Bruner. Kenny Passmore appeared to just slide into it. Looks like he is okay. Does look like most of the cars suffered very, very little damage. And here we go again. Green flag back in the air 23 laps ago at Bristol. Kevin Hayes on the high side has the fresher tires again and drives it off 2 into the lead. Darrell Whitford in second. Last pitted lap 36, so the old tires. And you see Thanos clears into second. 3 more cars coming with fresh tires. Whitford stuck in the middle. It gets really... Oh! Bruner checks up. Caution is out. Oh! Warren Moore, nowhere to go, gets caught up in it. Taking a look at this, Darrell Whitford down on the bottom. The older tires just push up. And oh, Kenny Passmore just comes up. Bruner has nowhere to go. He is stuck right behind it. As they come down, Warren Moore just runs out of track. He was trying to dive low. Couldn't get out of the way. Thomas, yeah, just about everybody pitted on that last stop. U-boat, yeah. Worth noting that the drivers do have an incident limit at 20 incident points. They will be out of the race, so things could be getting close for a few of these guys. Gerald Poole is back on pit road. He is going to risk it with only 7 cars left on the lead lap. He hits pit road, gets 4 fresh tires. He saw what a big difference just a few lap fresher tires made for Kevin Hayes earlier in the race. He's going to see what he can do with it now. Rob, you are correct. Byram now up into 4th. John Shermont's team and Jim Wardlow's team have gotten a lot of work done on their cars. They are not on the lead lap, but their car's almost back to 100%. Mike Zakar's car still in good shape, that Frosted Flakes car. So we'll see who gets the wave around here. At the moment, 7 cars sitting on the lead lap. Mike Zakar, the first car, 1 lap down. Jerry Bergeron, Gerald Poole, and Derek Schilling, the last 3 cars on the lead lap, all pitted. It took 4 tires under that last stop. Everybody stacked back up, ready to go. Just over 15 to go at the line. And green flag back in the air. Kevin Hayes shoots it down into 1. Gil Gwalk in second, trying to make something happen. Gerald Poole on the attack, just shot by Thomas Byram. Jerry Bergeron also on the attack on 4 fresh tires. And Derek Schilling coming flying by a lot of lap traffic. Gerald Poole has now shot his way into 4th place. He has the freshest tires in the top 5. With 13 laps to go, though, does he have enough time? Kevin Hayes pitted 10 laps earlier, but 10 laps on tires here at Bristol could make a huge difference. However, Hayes just ran his fastest lap of the night. As did Gil Gwalk in second, but still half a tenth slower. And the top 4 are closing up. Thomas Byram was in 5th, but Derek Schilling just slingshots by. Schilling, who qualified on the pole and led a lot of this race, currently runs in 5th. He is running down the 4 cars ahead, but he's only got about 9 laps left to get it done. The top 4 are all within 1 second of each other. One bobble, one mistake could change this one, as Gil Gwalk is now on the attack. Gil is close back to the back bumper on Kevin Hayes. Those top 3 are on equal tires. Gerald Poole has the freshest. Derek Schilling is reeling them in like a madman. He was 5 seconds behind, now 3.2 and closing. Kevin Hayes, for the moment, is holding everybody off. Kenny Passmore has had a problem back behind. No caution yet. 4 to go. And lap traffic will come into play. Kevin Hayes now shoots to the high side of lap traffic. 3 laps to go. He comes through 3 and 4. 2 laps to go for Kevin Hayes. Can he hold off 3 cars right behind him? Likely to hit more lap traffic, but will it be late enough to not impact it? White flag is in the air one more time. Down the back straightaway, quickly closing in. Gil Gwalk right on the bumper, and it won't be enough. Kevin Hayes will win at Bristol, baby. Gil Guak coming home in second. Kenneth Bartholomew in third. Gerald Thanos Poole comes home fourth. And Derek Schilling, man, what a night he had to finish in fifth. Gonna try and talk to our top three here, but first, does not look like Bartholomew available yet, so we'll talk to second place, Gil Guak. Hey, Gil, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? Hey, Gil, it's Doug up in the booth. You got me? Okay, doesn't sound like second place is available. But I do know that first place, Kevin Hayes, is. Let's get a word. Kevin, man, that was a really impressive win tonight, especially that perfectly planned strategy.
Thanks. You know what? I didn't need that caution. I pitted with 37, 38 laps in, and I was surprised that nobody else up in front did. And I get to about 70 and I get past them and I'm pulling away, but it's a good clean finish. I mean, that's just how we race, man. It's fun.
I have to say that strategy, you came back in under that caution to get another set of fresh tires, and it just seemed like you were unstoppable. Even after a caution coming out, you losing a 2.5 second lead, you still just kind of ran away. If that last caution hadn't came out, you'd have had a huge win.
Yeah, I don't think Daryl pitted, so I started on the outside, and I had fresher tires than he did. But those last about 15 laps, I was running my fastest laps of the race. I was just going, man. I wasn't worried about the tires, but good to win. This is a very competitive league, and again, thanks, Doug, for broadcasting. A lot of fun. We'll see you next week.
My pleasure, man. Great job, buddy.
Thanks a lot.
Well, that was definitely an exciting night. Kevin Bruner in the booth with us. Kevin, it got a little crazy, but man, the racing was just epic.
Yeah, Doug, I was just trying to ride there and higher strategy. Somebody stayed out and two fast cars I was outside, somebody got inside them. There's no way we should have been 3 wide, but we came up on them so fast.
Yeah, that old tires and new tires at Bristol, that does make for some interesting situations where you do end up battling, ending up 3 wide with a car with old tires in the middle is never going to end well. But man, you guys managed to save it, and you still managed to pull off a decent finish tonight.
Yeah, I got lucky. I was, like I say, running third, and I was more than happy to stay third, and got caught up in something. I backed out and got caught up in it anyway, so I couldn't avoid it. 2 corners ahead, and you still get caught up in it.
That sometimes is the way it goes here. Man, a great race tonight as always. A lot of fun. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. Thanks for the broadcast. It's still fun. It's like being tossed in a washing machine here.
It definitely is, man. A great race tonight, Kevin. Great job by everybody.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. We'll catch you next week.
And thank you guys. Don't go far, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back here shortly with the HTSAI Community Convoy. Some of the drivers already out trucking USA. If you're a trucker, go join them in the Discord. Get out there, get trucking. We will see you guys again here shortly. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That was a great race at Bristol. Hope y'all had as much fun as we did. We'll see you shortly.